Hey everybody, I want to do a quick review on the Honor Defense Honor Guard 9mm pistol. I just picked this gun up a few days ago, and I have not had a chance to go take it to the range yet. I plan on doing that tomorrow, but I just wanted to give you kind of a quick first impressions on my side of what I think of it. I've had a lot of guns, I mean too many over the years, and this one actually was intriguing when I saw the initial stuff on it from the SHOT Show, and I thought it was a little bit different from what you usually see between the Shields and the Glock 43 and all that crap. And you finally got a company that came up with a gun that has front and rear serrations. It's actually got pretty decent serrations in the top of the slide, which is very usable. I don't know why more manufacturers don't do that, but it's certainly something that I think is appealing for a small combat style handgun. The sights are actually decent. Front sights very, very high vis, and the sights are of course able to be swapped out with any sight that fits the Glock 43 from what I understand. So if you wanted to go with Trijicon HDs or something like that, you can. But honestly, these sights work very well for what they are, and they got a nice sharp ledge in the back, but yet the side that's towards your clothing when you're drawing it is nice and smooth, so you don't get any drag or hang up on your clothing. And certainly front sight is really quite nice. Breakdown of the gun is easy. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of stuff on them, but basically it's just open it up, make sure it's clear, which it is, and drop your takedown, and everything falls right off, no problem. Same basic firearm as M&Ps, Glocks, whatever. They're all pretty similar. A few different little changes here and there, but they're basically all the same program. So taking it apart and throwing it back together is pretty much the same as any other striker fired gun out there. No real big news there. Like I said, the thing that caught my eye with it was its size, the fact that it has a pretty decent trigger in it, ambidextrous mag release, ambidextrous slide release on it. It's a nice little firearm for its price point. And I picked this one up for, I think it was right around $439, something like that, which I thought was pretty reasonable. And the gun itself I really like. I like the texturing on it. It really fits your hand quite well, and that part of it I like. The one thing that I was not super impressed with was the magazines. Of course, this magazine is loaded, so we'll keep it away from the firearm. But I bought of course 2 came with it, and I bought 2 spares. Came with a 7-round and then the 8-round, and I bought 2 spare 8-rounders. And the one thing that I did not like about the gun was the magazines are extremely hard to load. With these 8-rounders, I could get 7 in them if I was really, really cranking on them. There was no way you were going to get the 8th round in there unless you used the little Magpula loader. And finally I got that thing out and really just had to stuff the crap out of these things to get the springs to crunch down enough. Once I worked them probably 4 or 5 times with unloading the magazines and then loading them back up using the loading tool, they seem to loosen up a little bit, but they're pretty stiff. And a lot of single stack mags are the same way. But overall, the firearm itself is a pretty impressive little gun. I kind of wanted the one that the full size that they call it, that has the small Picatinny rail on it. But really, for a gun this size, there's not many lights or options you're going to be able to go with that's really going to work on this. And the other model that has the fist frame that sticks out farther, I really didn't feel like I was going to need that one either. But overall, guys, I'm impressed with the gun. I've got quite a few different Glocks that I've had a lot of work done on and paid way too much money to have customized. And this gun really is pretty much everything that I do to all my other guns. I just don't have to send it out and wait 4 to 6 weeks for it to get done. And it comes this way, so it's kind of cool. Certainly, if you're looking for a single stack, small compact firearm for a concealed carry gun, this is a pretty good option in my opinion, because when you compare it to what else is out there in the XDS line and the Glock 43s and the Shields, prefer this gun over every one of them so far, and I've had them all, shot them all, had multiples of some of them at different times, and this one seems to be my favorite so far. Now once I get it to the range and put some ammo through it, hopefully it won't disappoint me, but you know, everything that I've seen online so far is, you know, guys are saying reliability is not an issue, so we'll find out. But you know, overall, really nice firearm for the money, and certainly if you're in the market for a concealed carry gun, give this one a shot. I had to do a little research to find them. I was able to find them on an advanced search on Gunbroker. Couldn't find any locally. They're just really not available yet in every gun store. But I was able to find this one on Broker, and you know, found a dealer that was only about 20 miles away from me that had 2 or 3 of them, and so they're certainly starting to sneak out there. So you should be able to find one. But anyways, good little gun to check out, and hopefully this will give you a little better idea of what it is. Like I said, in my opinion, it's a pretty cool little gun. So go check one out, see what you think about it, and you know, hopefully it'll be a great performer.